Nadia used to believe that certainty was built quietly. In Kinshasa, mornings arrived with their usual clamor. The city never slept. Taxis honked, radios blared, and the generators hummed like restless hearts. But inside her home, a new rhythm had begun to settle. Nadia's life followed a pattern she trusted: work, quiet meals, the slow rebuilding of herself. She paid attention to small things: the way sunlight spilled across the tiles, the sound of the city below, the scent of fresh coffee she brewed for herself. And then there was Patrick, her husband of 7 years. Once loud, attentive, the man who used to pull her into his arms as if the world outside did not matter. Now, he was distant, unpredictable, a stranger in his own home. Nadia had already discovered one side of his truth: the lies, the betrayals, the multiple women. But what she did not know yet was that truth could exist quietly, alongside her pain, waiting patiently until it demanded attention. The first time she truly saw it, it struck her like a whisper in the dark. One afternoon, she came home to find Patrick's phone buzzing in his absence. Out of habit or perhaps curiosity, she picked it up. Her hands were steady. Her heart was not. At first, she found photos Patrick in moments she had never known, some intimate, some playful, and then a picture that froze her in place. Patrick kissing another man. Shock, not anger, filled her. The world tilted slightly. Her mind raced, trying to reconcile the man she loved with the truth she now held in her hands. She didn't confront him that night, or the next. Nadia needed time to sit with this new truth before it became accusation, to understand her own emotions before adding his to the weight. When she finally spoke, it was on an ordinary evening. Dinner dishes in the sink, the city humming outside. Her voice was calm, measured. She didn't accuse. She asked. Patrick listened, shoulders slumping, like someone finally allowed to stop holding his breath. He explained quietly, carefully. Wearing certain clothes made him feel closer to her. It allowed him to express parts of himself he had buried. And he admitted without flourish, "I like men too." The words settled in Nadia's chest. She did not explode. She did not cry immediately. She absorbed them. This was not the man she thought she had married. Not because he was wrong, but because this truth had lived silently alongside their vows. She realized something unavoidable. You cannot ask a grown man to change who he is. And you cannot change yourself enough to live comfortably in someone else's truth. They talked for weeks, late into the night, after the city and Patrick's distractions had quieted. Gentle conversations, painful admissions, imagining a marriage that could stretch wide enough to hold this revelation. But each attempt felt like forcing a future neither of them truly wanted. Nadia grieved quietly, not just for the marriage, but for the life she had already envisioned. Stability without question, comfort of certainty. There was no villain here, only two people standing at opposite ends of an undeniable truth. The decision came slowly, inevitably. One night, when the city hummed outside like it always did, Nadia spoke the words aloud for the first time. "I don't think I can stay." Her voice was steady, stronger than she expected. She told Patrick that loving him did not mean erasing herself, that asking him to suppress who he was would be cruel, and asking herself to accept a marriage that no longer aligned with her truth would be dishonest. It was not anger, it was acceptance. They cried together that night, mourning not only the marriage but the version of the future they would never live. The separation was quiet, respectful, heavy. Patrick eventually moved away, seeking a life where he could exist honestly. Nadia stayed, slowly reclaiming her home, her routines, her life. She packed memories carefully, clothes folded, photos boxed, every object carrying weight. Nights were long. Mornings could be sharp with grief. But beneath it all was something steady. Relief. No one was pretending anymore. No one was living a half-life. Healing came in fragments, laughter when it surprised her. Mornings when the sun felt warm instead of cruel. The rediscovery of who she was beyond being a wife. Nadia learned that endings do not always mean failure. Sometimes they mean truth finally spoken, finally honored. She did not stop believing in love. She simply learned that love must include honesty, even when that honesty changes everything. And as she moved forward, she carried no bitterness, only understanding. Some stories don't end the way we imagine, that they still matter. They still shape us. And sometimes, letting go is the bravest, most loving thing we will ever do.